Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tech. We're back here once again for more of the Batman Files. Today we're taking a look at Edward Nygma. Thanks everyone for all the positive feedback on the previous episode, and let's just jump right in here. Alright, kicking off. We got the Remember Our Deal segment kicking off with Edward Nygma and Victor Zsasz. They're in a parking lot somewhere talking over a deal because Edward Nygma picked him up in the van and saved him from the GCPD. The good thing here is that Victor Zsasz is a very caring man in a weird sadistic way, and he's saying, hey, our little deal, that little person you care about, she's just fine. Edward Nygma, he's flipping out. He's saying she better be, because he had to throw his whole life away for the protection of someone he loves. Following that, we got James Gordon and Harvey Bullock. Of course, they're in the GCPD once again. James Gordon's like, hey, maybe I'm missing something on this Batman case. Harvey's saying you don't need to be looking into that. There's a killer out there on the loose. We need to get him. And Harvey, of course, is holding holding his chest from where he was stabbed. So, following that, we got Billy Batson and Bruce Wayne. They get into a little argument right before school, and it leads to them getting into a fight. Both nearly knocking each other out. Thankfully, they are both saved by Jack Napier, who's telling them they don't need to be fighting, that they're friends, and he thanks them for helping them out, the previous day with Thomas and Elliot. So, get some more of them showcased. Following that, we got Bruce Wayne. He's back home with Alfred. Alfred's, patching him up after a little fight. Got a little boo-boo on his nose or something like that. And Alfred's like, you need to calm down, Master Bruce. And Bruce is like, but I'm a fighter and all that. I have to keep on fighting for my parents and, fight for what's right. Then we go back to Edward Nygma. He's flipping out. He's trying to find out where his mother is. Of course, that is his loved one that he had to make a horrible mistake for. He had to throw his whole life behind. He had to throw, his career at the GCPD completely behind. Henchman's like, I don't know. I'm just the guy that's supposed to be, making sure you don't make any bad moves. Edward Nygma gets into a fight, whoops his ass. That's how it happens. Pretty good. Following that, Victor Zsasz pulls up, and he approaches Edward Nygma. He has a little person tied up, and he throws the bag right off, and we see that is Dr. Quinzel. And he gives him the ultimatum saying, hey, you're going to kill her tonight. Prove your loyalty, or your mother dies. Edward Nygma is not too certain of this. Of course, he has worked with Dr. Quinzel before, making sure that she disposed of the bodies previously, but we're going to see how that pans out very shortly. Following that, we get James Gordon infiltrating in with the GCPD, finding out where Victor Zsasz and everyone's holding up, and gonna take him on. We see the officers and the SWAT team take on Victor Zsasz and some of his, goonies and whatnot. Of course, Victor Zsasz one step ahead over the officers and the SWAT team, of course, making them, just job out basically. So, following that, James Gordon runs into Edward Nygma, asking him why is he doing this. He's confused, he just thought he got fired and that was it. Nygma saying that he's not doing this because he wants to, but he has to do it in order to protect the ones that he loves. James Gordon saying, hey, we can turn that all around. Nygma ain't having it. He knows that he must continue down this path, or else everyone he loves is going to be killed, and he's going to have to ultimately go down this path as a psychotic person said. So, following that, of course, we have the fight between the two of them. James Gordon far more superior over Edward Nygma, choking him out and whatnot. Just a battle of fisticuffs, no guns or anything like that. Of course, we see James Gordon saying, hey, I need the doctor. We're not going to have a hostage situation on our hands. Victor Zsasz got the knife right next to her. Edward Nygma on the ground, coughing up blood from his fight with James Gordon. And out from behind comes Harvey Bullock and whacks James Gordon on his head. And he says, I remember our deal. Now the debt has been repaid. And he tells Victor Zsasz and them to go on their way. And that's exactly what they do. And they escape with Dr. Quinzel. And Harvey Bullock has just betrayed James Gordon, attacking him on the back of the head in order to potentially protect someone he loves also. So following that, we got Billy Batson approaching Bruce Wayne. Alfred's like, we got a friend here for you. It's Billy. Billy shows up. Bruce is like, what are you doing here? He's not having it at all. Billy's like, I had to say I'm sorry. Got the best of me, my anger and whatnot. And of course they're back. They're bros. They're bro code. So they're buddies once again. And then later that night, Bruce Wayne is waking up at night, and he's trying to find Alfred. He wants something to eat or whatnot, and Ra's al Ghul is there actually spying on him, saying that, the time will come for this young one's training to be fulfilled. So that was our show right there. Of course, the Batman Files showcasing Edward Nygma. Thanks, everyone, for all the support on this series, and we'll hear from you all next time. Till then, keep it safe.